Good morning. Today we will discuss some important metamorphic rocks. Once we say metamorphic rocks, means they have been formed from parent rock, and that parent rock is called protolith. The parent rock may be igneous, may be sedimentary, and even may be metamorphic. If the parent rock happens to be igneous, then the term ortho is prefixed before the name of metamorphic rock. For example, orthogneiss means this gneiss has been found from parent or protolith, your granite. Similarly, if a rock, which is metamorphic rock, is found from parent rock which happens to be sedimentary, then the term para is prefixed before the name of the metamorphic rock. Say this para gneiss means that gneiss has been found from the parent protolith sedimentary rock. The metamorphic rocks in general, they can be grouped on the basis of the foliation. Main groups of rocks that are foliated means we can divide metamorphic rocks into two categories, that is the foliated rocks and the non-foliated rocks. In the foliated rocks, this group changes degree of metamorphism leads to the characteristic rock series, that is shale, which is a sedimentary rock, changes to slate, phyllite, schist, gneiss, basalt, green schist, amphibolite, then this your basalt to your blue schist, eglogite. So these are your foliated rocks, whereas the non-foliated rocks, they don't show foliation and they have equidimensional grains. For example, your rock quartzite, marble, ran, hornfels, and your coal peat. So broadly, these metamorphic rocks, they can be categorized into foliated rocks and the non-foliated rocks. The foliated rocks, they are formed under regional metamorphism, dinothermal metamorphism, where stress is the important or dominating factor or the factor of metamorphism. Whereas non-foliated rocks, they are formed by contact metamorphism, where uniform pressure and temperature, particularly the temperature, is the dominant factor. Now, let us talk of the rock, the slate, not these foliated rocks. Accordingly, the foliated, just to explain that these foliated textures, they are your slaty cleavage, schistosity, and the gneiss texture. Whereas the non-foliated rocks, they have the granulose, or you can say lack foliation, develop environment where stress deformation is minimal. Now, this talking to your first rock, that is your coming to this your non-foliated rocks, metamorphic rocks. That is the first category. That is a slate. Now, this is the first category, or you can say the least metamorphosed foliated rock is your slate. It's a very fine grained, excellent rock cleavage, and it is low grade metamorphic rock, gray and black colors. Right, this is slate. Then the phyllite, because shale, slate, phyllite. The next order, you have the glassy, deep and often wavy surface, degree of metamorphism between your slate and the schist, and platy minerals not large enough to be identified, exhibits rock cleavage composed mainly of fine grained crystals of muscovite and chlorite. So this what you see here is your phyllite. Then coming to the schist, it is medium to coarse grained, platy minerals predominant, commonly include mica. The term schist describe the texture. To indicate composition, mineral names and are used such as mica schist. Varieties you can know. This is your mica schist. Say mica, once you say it is biotite, muscovite schist, or green schist means green chlorite schist. Then blue schist is your amphibole, then hornblende schist, like this. Then that is the advanced stage of this schist is the gneiss. It is medium to coarse grained, banded appearance, high grade metamorphic, often composed of white or light colored feldspars, layers with bands of dark ferromagnesian minerals. So this is an can see this is light and dark bands alternate. This is the gneiss in that sense. So these are important foliated rocks just we have discussed. They all have the foliation, bending, elongation. Now coming to the non-foliated rocks, the first and the foremost important is your marble. It is basically metamorpho limestone or dolostone. It is non-foliated, composed essentially of your calcite, right? Composed essentially of your calcite, right? And used as a decorative stone, exhibits variety of colors. This is your dolite. Then your quartzite. It is non-foliated, forms from parent rock, quartz-rich sandstone. Quartz grains are fused together and it has sugary, you can say, here the texture. So the quartzite mainly it forms from the sandstone or the quartz-rich sedimentary rock. That is the quartzite. This is just for sake of your knowledge. Quartzite is both sedimentary and metamorphic. Similarly, the difference will be that in the sedimentary you will have the cementing material, whereas in metamorphic the grains will be interlocked. The cementing material recrystallizes as quartz. Similarly, just in limestone, the cementing material crystallizes calcite and the grains interlock quartzite. So these are the important, you say, your rocks of the this quartzite and your marble in the category of your non-foliated rocks. There are hornfels, the rock hornfels. Again, they are also non-foliated rocks. They lack your schistosity, cleavage, gneiss structure, and the minerals depending upon the rock type. The minerals are there, claystone, and that one because coal is, you all know that for geology point of view, coal is not a mineral but it is a rock in that sense because it is formed organically. So the coal as such, when we talk, that is the peat, lignite, bituminous anthracite in general. When we say this is that because it is along with the, you can say sedimentary, you can say metasedimentary, this metamorphism also takes place, and this the rock coal as such doesn't show any foliation, so it is non-foliated rock in that sense. So these are some important metamorphic rocks and the different environments that you can see, because that will be depend upon the development of the foliated rock. Just I told you that they are under the your stress conditions, right, where there's directed pressure works, whereas the non-foliated they are formed under the uniform pressure. And the rock names, just I have described the important metamorphic rock names. The environments we can take depending upon the, because in general when we say there is a contact or thermal metamorphism, that is under low P and high T basically. Regional metamorphism, the pressure and temperature both increase with both comparable increase in pressure temperature, both increase comparably, and type B is pressure increases relatively faster than the temperature, like this. So burial, and then these two, because in regional metamorphism your this foliated rocks they develop, in contact metamorphism your non-foliated rocks occurs. In contact metamorphism occurs due to rise in temperature when magma invades the rocks. A zone of metamorphic forms in the rock surrounding the magma, most easily recognized when it occurs at the surface or near the surface environment. And the region produces the greatest quality of metamorphic rocks, or you can say the quantity of metamorphic rocks associated with mound building and subducting plates, high pressure and low temperature. So like this main metamorphic rocks, they are the result of either contact metamorphism or the regional metamorphism. And metamorphic minerals, the grades and the plate tectonics, the metamorphism in plate tectonics I have discussed in my last video, and this can be also be correlated with high pressure, low temperature, because in pair metamorphic belts also we have this in the convergent plate boundaries, the different you can say high pressure, low rocks, belts of rocks or metamorphic rocks in parallel, and they form the paired metamorphic belts. So this is in general the types of metamorphic rocks, and Based on this, the foliated, non-foliated, we can categorize number of rocks depending upon once we say cyst may be of compositionally may be of different types. So in general, when we say cyst, it is cystose. Cystose means it's a foliated rock. So you have, I think, understood the foliated and non-foliated rocks. Then we will discuss the details of some other rocks in the next video. Thank you very much.